Hello and welcome to another episode of the Midnight Happy Hour. It's Monk, it's Lou, and I find chi-wee-wees to you all. We are here, UFC Abu Dhabi, live from the United Arab Emirates. Me and Lou just took the red eye over here, 36-hour flight, not a big deal. Boy, are my arms tired, Lou. How are you doing?
Hey-oh! Your arms are tired. Yeah, we got a lot of 1930s comedy tonight somehow. I don't know. The card's all right. I think Mickey summed this up perfectly. Happy Dern's ass
True.
week.
True.
Sir, I'd like to counter with Happy Shara Bullet's ass, because that man he keeps that shit tight. It's an all right card. I do have some spots. I think the one spot that I have a very different way to bet is going to be the Alvarez-Brenner fight. I have like kind of I think a very unique take on that. We'll see what you guys think. And Monk and I have a question for all of you. We've been arguing today. Should I just type this up? No, I
don't know. We're going to do this to Lulin. Yes.
To Lulin. Guys, if you're listening, so our question of the day is, who is your favorite celebrity impersonation of another celebrity? Like Trebek by Will Ferrell is like a possibility. I got Monk on Gilbert Gottfried imitating Dice Clay, and now like I broke him. And I can't say some of it on air, but him calling people and just like harassing the shit out of them in Gilbert Gottfried Dice Clay voice. Ayo, hey, Little Miss Muffin sat on a tuffet. Ow! Yeah.
What's yours?
All right, guys, great show.
Yeah,
we're getting out of here. You thought we were breaking down the hits?
I'm stuck on Shane Gillis doing Trump, just because I watched the Kill Tony. I watched the Kill Tony, which is sometimes hard to watch. I can't always watch it. Some of those dudes. Nope. No,
my artist, one of my fans hasn't gotten back to me with a rendering of my stupid 46-year-old head. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, I don't even know what I was talking about, to be honest. Oh yeah, Trump doing and Adam Ray doing Biden. It was a fantastic 2 hours of that's got to be my favorite one recently.
Nick knows. He's like, yeah,
because he used to do the stupid fucking reach around the head nonsense. So yeah.
Do you remember when Dice Clay was like, he did like a Lifetime show and he was like Andrew Clay, and you're like, what the fuck, dude? And then he's like,
nice man.
I don't like what you put down. Okay. Andrew Clay, get the fuck out of here.
Andrew Clay.
Be like, oh, I'm not Lou Betya anymore, guys. I'm Rob, and I don't talk about balls, and I'm just this guy, and I do what every other capper does, and I'm like, blah blah blah. I'll go first. Which, by the way, has to go, guys. If there's anything that needs to fucking go, it's people in this community saying, who's your favorite guy with blue gloves? I'll go first. I'm just putting that as a weird example. Dude, when you ask a fucking question and you answer with I'll go first, you clearly don't care what anybody else says. Like, this is just a fucking engagement ploy.
Right.
Stop. Unless it's something like, what was your favorite ball shot of if I said, what was your favorite ball shot of 2024? I'll go first. Yeah, I'm an authority. I'm the authority on fucking ball shots. It's my thing, man.
Right.
So if I say I'll go first, that's really a conversation starter. Also, the correct answer isn't always will be of all time. It's Dean Barry and Michael Jackson. There will never be a better ball shot in the history of fucking Monk. Is there a better ball shot? Is there a more egregious round of fighting than that fight?
Round of fighting, no, but egregious ball shot was, Victor Henry.
Oh,
that was bad. That was bad.
I mean, he literally had blood in his stool
from getting kicked in the balls. Oh my god,
dude! He's posting shit like weeks. And Daniel Marcus, who's the one he was, where the guy's like, I had to drain my balls. You got to get your balls drained from a ball shot. I'd say, and to Josh's point, you and me both, sir. You and me both.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's watching. We were just talking about Vern Schillinger. Like, look up comment.
I hope that's your first watch because a rewatch is crazy. Rewatching Oz is crazy.
As Norm Macdonald, paraphrasing Norm, the more I know about Vern Schillinger, that guy's a real jerk.
It's a real jerk.
He's a real jerk.
Oh shit. Yeah, it was great. It was fantastic.
Oh man. All right. So a lot of people obviously watching the show now.
Shout him out. He's rewatching, dude. Bro, that's rough, man. That is rough. Electing to rewatch Oz, man. That is good on you, Josh. I don't know if I got
look,
I don't know if I got the heart to do it.
No, I know I don't. Oh, I know I don't have the heart to rewatch it.
No, but no. I'll watch The Wire for the 10th time. Yeah, this is an all-time comment right here.
Well, The Wire is tremendous.
Tremendous.
But
we just talk about shows all night. This card, it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that. No, I mean, we got two.
No, we got a job. We got a job.
I can't say it like you, dude. Go ahead.
We got a job to do. Tululin. I realize that you have to not do a Mrs. Doubtfire impression. So just avoid that, and you're good to go.
I bet I know who best fight picks bet on this fight.
Well, maybe
I bet you the channel it wasn't Tululin.
Well, it might be different here because we've got Cedric. We've got the lowest IQ fight. What's up, Sports Money? Lowest IQ fight probably in history. I mean, it's up there, top 5 for sure. Minus 235 for Dumas. If you're laying minus 235 on Dumas, I don't know what to tell you. Plus 200 on Tululin. 8,900, 7,300, minus 200 fight doesn't go, and the over 1.5 is minus 165. What's going on, Jenna? I'll start us off here. I'm not going to give any stats for this fight. I mean, you know what it is. Tululin's 1-4 in his last 5. These guys suck. They both suck. Yeah, 2 of them maybe even this week. 2 pinkies up. This one's kind of jagged, but this one's straight up. These guys suck. They're both dumb as hell. So why wouldn't you take the cheaper one? Yeah, Tululin. I mean, look at that face, man. Riz
we just need to
maxed out.
Delocated. I wish everybody in chat had watched Delocated. It's gonna make so much more sense when I talk about Tululin. But it's all right.
Riz maxed out for Tululin for sure. Listen. This dude is like 1-4, but he's losing to Christian Leroy Jenkins, Gregory Rodriguez.
Don't make me fucking do it, dude.
Iron Turtle do it. And Kizrayev. You know you want to do it.
I'm gonna do it.
Those are good names. Those are good names. Like Dumas, who's he beating? Fucking Brundage, fucking Abu Izatar. Get out of here. It's Tululin for all the money, 2-1. Let's fucking go. And honestly, for real, I'm actually probably really picking Tululin. I think I might have picked Dumas earlier in the week, but fuck that shit. Give me Tululin. But for real, for DraftKings, I think he's worth a first round play, like in GPPs. Dumas obviously is as well. Tululin loves to get knocked out, loves to get finished in the first round. So you got to have some of both sides. But fucking, we're rolling with Tululin, baby. Let's go. Pinkies up. Fuck yeah. There's a chance. Because I'm like I'm the nice one of the group. You know what I mean? Like,
you are. I'm the nice.
Well, I went off on Leon Edwards last week. I'm gonna go off on a fighter this week too, even though I'm gonna play him. But yeah, we might have to. I don't want to talk shit on like other creators, but I want to talk shit on like everything else, and maybe sometimes other creators. Why not? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck?
Monk's got me to fight his battles in public.
Dude, if I recorded this in the car, you guys would see a totally different side of me. If I had to drive through traffic.
I mean, for those of you guys watching, like I had a 5-day battle with Fanatics that I Enders game them. Finally.
Oh yeah, you fucking did.
And I'm not like bragging. It's like it's more relief. So I don't know how many more battles your boy has this week. Like I'm all right. Give me like a day or two off of like, oh, and speaking, and you want to talk about, content creators on Mondays. This is the best guy in the community. There's no better Monday. There's no better Monday content creator than my fucking brother, the dog father, man. Yeah. Well, you didn't get your mom to just nag them to death like I did. Okay.
Busy.
So I saw Green King wrote a couple of comments about the time prop. That's where I'm going to start with this. Yeah. Tallulah hasn't had a fight go to the distance in a long time. Fun fact about this fight for Tallulah that my partner on Mondays that I'm cheating on you with, the Dogfather, brought up. This is like the first fight I think that he's had a full camp. Like most of his Tallulah's fights, he's like up 3 days. Dude, look at the guys that Tallulah's, like, you brought it up. Dude, the Iron Turtle, like,
right?
Rogue, like, dude, these guys would murder Dumas, dude. These are guys that would run
murder.
Yeah. And like even Khizriev, like, who was kind of a fraud, but like would kill, like all these dudes would kill Dumas. Like, how does Dumas look like a -2 something favorite in this fight? Like,
I don't get it.
Is he just top timing him and like doing nothing? And then like my favorite is oh shoot, Josh. Like, don't say that, man. I was trying to make like a Jewish mom joke, man.
He says probably.
I think Mills, and Mills, my dude. Like, so just, you know, it's not like so Mills like has interviewed this guy. I think he's like the one guy in the community that like gets to interview him. And he's like, well, he told me he's going for that bonus. And it's like, oh, I've never heard a fighter lie about like fucking going for a finish. And then, I mean, come on, dude. Like, it's every fighter. Imagine if you're like, I'm here to win a decision, a grappling based decision. I am going to win a decision.
Money is of no importance to me.
Like, I'm still not sure what Dumas is like really good at. I mean, inside the cage.
Okay, there we go.
And Tallulah's like, dude, he's like the base fighter Russian in the video game. Like, he's got power, he's got no cardio, but like, this thing's on the feet for 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Don't you favor Tallulah to like in terms of the boxing?
Hell yeah.
So I like the under 2.5, like -165, 170 range. I think the under correlates more with a Tallulah win, but Dumas could absolutely tag him or grapple him and like choke him. But I kind of think Tallulah just finds the button and gets him out of there, and it will be glorious.
So glorious.
Also, you know, of note, like, this is a rebooked fight, which because the second time you and I have talked about this, and like, I don't think this line budged much more than it did after the initial rebook. Like, Dumas got steamed in the first, I think, but he didn't like get a lot of steam this week. I think the line was pretty stable. The Dumas Brundage fight that Mick is bringing up, like, you know, look, I'm very honest about how my betting days go. That was the opening fight in that Jacksonville card. I watched that fight and said, "Oh, okay, I'm going 1-10 today." Like, I knew. I'm like, "Oh yeah, this is that fight." There's 2 days where I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get killed all day." It was that one, and it was the one with the Jung and is it in Chukwu where he like was punching?
Oh, okay.
Where he knocked him out through his guard. Like, he fucking had his hands up and he like knocked him out through that. It was at the Jung, and it was definitely the Jung. And I think it was in Chukwu. But he got knocked out like trying to like guard his face, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is not gonna be a good day for me. Like, yeah, that Brundage fight was like, dude, he finally started tweeting this week again, Cody, and I wanted to be like, dude, you should probably not. Yeah, Cody. You probably do not want to be on Twitter.
Couple more weeks, bud.
No, the rest of your life, because like I'm gonna let you know, buddy. No one likes you, and like even I'm not like defending you anymore. Like, this is it's bad, dude. And like, you should just gotten up. You should just gotten up and taken your beating, dude.
Yeah,
like, just get up, lose. Don't look for a DQ, dude.
And get another fight.
You fucked us all over on bets and DFS.
Oh,
Mongrel.
there it is. There it is. There it is.
Tululin.
Tululin. Pinky's up for
Do you
Tululin.
like Dennis with one S? One N? Is that not is it fancy for you?
It is fancy, yeah. Yeah, before the Dennis system, I would have thought that was kind of like not the best name, but Dennis system made it better.
What are the ends? It's nurture dependence, and then it's
I don't remember.
I gotta look it up while you intro this one.
Look it up, Lou. Look it up. Jai Herbert, victim of one of the most brutal knockdowns of all time.
Neglect emotionally is the other one.
There it is. Rolando Bedoya, who knows what he looks like this week. Yeah, actually, that's the nickname show that we do that on. We do that on the nickname show.
This is a strangely more Monk thing than me.
Yeah, like, it is strange, but it's true. It's strange. It's obviously Herbert here. Clearly, it's Herbert. There's not even an argument to be made. Herbert minus 128 because of the implication. Plus 108 for Bedoya. Plus 120 fight doesn't go, and the over 2.5 is minus 180. Lou, start us off here.
So all that coughing you hear, this is how I stay so young and boyishly handsome. This is the bad stuff getting out.
That's toxins coming out.
Yeah, this is how I drink the blood of young runaways. Like, it really helps. Like, am I crazy here that this number's gotten to where I just want to bet Jai Herbert? Like, am I gonna am I gonna be the only person in the fucking?
I wouldn't touch this fucking fight.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna bet it. I'm letting you guys know. But if this thing gets to the point where, like, an hour before the fight, if Herbert's down to like minus 105, minus 110, and I don't know how much more resistance we're gonna get on this thing. But if it gets to the point where I'm like, oh, cool, 100% of the money is on Bedoya, I may take the shot on Herbert. Like, I watched these two fights back with Bedoya, and like, I feel like people are capping him on not getting killed by Chaos Williams, which, like, all right, like, that's not and I understand that. Like, he took
but then you
shots.
lose to Sung Kanon as a minus 400 favorite.
Well, to me, that is like a far bigger fucking problem. And here's the thing, like, so you go back and you're like, okay, well, what does this guy do well? And you're like, he's just a Peruvian guy who's tough, and he has a cool name. So he's moving down, and it's like, okay, well, now you're facing way faster guys. Well, Sung Kanon was the faster guy against him in that fight and was landing everything. And Jai Herbert, who I don't think is like, I don't rate him like massive, but like, yeah, I'm this 100%, man. Like, dude, Jai Herbert fucking lost to like fucking Taporia.
Dude, he got killed.
And
this is the ghost
against Taporia. Like,
this is the ghost of Jai Herbert, because he's dead. He died in that fight.
But I mean, and now, like, he faced like Ludovic Klein, and like that was competitive.
That's a good.
I mean, Ludovic.
That's
and
good.
Kyle
That's a
Nelson,
good draw.
who now is like on his run to the title, like, which, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
I mean, Jai Herbert's not bad. He's not good. He doesn't have great wins, but he's not bad. All the steam this week on Bedoya, it's like, what has he shown you? So I feel like the betting is just against Jai Herbert, not pro Bedoya. And I don't like those kind of bets historically. I'm going to pick Jai Herbert to get it done by decision, by vet savvy. That's his method, Monk.
Yeah.
Well, now, I mean, his salary versus his money line, you are getting a little bit of a discount here. But can you even play this fight, Monk?
I don't know. This comment, we talked about this on not we, but I and someone else spoke about this on a different show. This is super interesting. From Glenbot. Why isn't Jai Herbert fighting on last week's card? Why is he fighting in fucking Abu Dhabi?
Because he stinks. Oh, the answer is because he stinks. Not good enough. He wasn't good enough to get on a card with Shauna Bannon.
Yeah. It's just it is very interesting. Yeah, this is also true. I'm also on the Herbert side. I haven't seen it from Bedoya. According to the stats, to answer your question, what does he do? He fucking lands volume. That's it. That's it. He's not landing takedowns. He's not controlling at all. There's no knockdowns yet. I know we only have 2 fights, and one of those is against Cass Williams, but he lands like 8.5 strikes a minute so far. So he's scored well in his losses. 60 points in a loss to Cass Williams at 6,700 salary. That's real damn good. And then he was 9,200, as I said, minus 400 against Kenan Song, and then dropped that fight in a decision, scored 45. So I just need to see it first, is basically what it is. You mentioned the implied line value, the plus 108 compared to the salary, which should be closer to like 8K. So you're saving $400. So if this is going all 3 rounds, I don't mind Bedoya in there. If he's going to score a shitload of points like he has been, land a ton of volume, Jesus, land a ton of volume, then I agree with whoever said that he wants to play who was that? JP Taylor. Yeah, I agree, JP. I am going to have some of Herbert just because he does hit hard as fuck, and like Lou said, Bedoya is coming down. I don't know. I'm going to have a little both sides. Unfortunately, I think it'll be about average for GPPs. For cash, I'm not touching this fucking fight. Likely. Probably not touching it for cash. If you make me pick one for cash, it's fuck, I don't know. You can't make me. Victoria Dudikova taking on Sam Hughes. Minus 175 for Dudikova, 8,500, 7,700, and plus 150 for Hughes. Plus 300 fight doesn't go. And the over 2.5 is minus 450. This is another one I'm not interested in for DraftKings. Look, this is likely going to decision. That's what Sam Hughes fights do. They go into the 3rd round every single time for the most part. She scores pretty well when she wins. I do not expect her to get a win here. Dudikova obviously kind of fluked her way into a huge score in her first fight. I mean, she did throw Nunes to the ground, but that was that dislocated elbow. Then she scored only 77 against Jinyu Fry, even after outscoring her. So that is a bit worrisome. Sam Hughes, extremely durable. But she also kind of slows her opponents. Well, okay, it's like every other fight, she gives up 6 strikes a minute, and then the next fight, she gives up like 1. So this fight, she's due for giving up only 1 strike a minute. So we'll see how that goes. Long story short, 3-round fight. I think the winner scores 80 points, and I am not playing this one hardly at all. Sam Hughes is too expensive for me for a dog pick. Lou, anything here?
So I'm realizing you and I use the same pictures for our shows.
Well, this is all the UFC fucking gives us.
So what I'm wondering is, why is her UFC thing backwards?
Because I am a professional, and I make the fighters face each other. I don't have 2 fighters fucking both looking off to the right like they're looking at something else. You know, they're looking at each other, Lou. I don't give a shit if the UFC is backwards. They're looking at each other. They're facing each other. It's like having a tattoo upside down on your body. Like, everyone knows it's upside down, and everyone thinks you're dumb.
I'm very unprofessional, then. I'm incredibly unprofessional.
You got to use Photoshop. Get off of Canva.
I actually wonder if like the picture I grabbed is also looks like this. I feel like it might. I don't know.
If I wanted to take more time, I could technically flip the UFC. Maybe we'll work on that.
I mean, live bet Hughes is the only way I would ever play this. Like, I mean, the one thing Sam Hughes is not like great, but she's a gamer, and she's, if she's not getting like just absolutely decimated on the feet, she's probably gonna win round 3 here just by like looking like she's busy.
Who's that actress? She was Jack Bauer's daughter.
Oh, Alicia Cuthbert.
Yeah, that's Victoria Dudikova.
I feel weird that I knew that so quickly.
I'm glad you did, because I couldn't. I knew it too. I couldn't place it.
I should have acted like I wasn't sure, and
you should have.
But I'm like, oh, it's Alicia Cuthbert. Yes, her. She only bangs like hockey players and shit, so not weird.
Damn, I gotta learn to skate.
I mean, I feel like too many people are putting too much stock in the Jinyu Frey fight. Like, she had like staph of her vagina or some shit, which is
true.
far more worrying than like a close decision against Jinyu Frey. Is that she had like the vagine syndrome. But I mean, Sam Hughes is kind of easy to bet. Like if Dudakova isn't just like battering her, Hughes is going to be competitive. I'd rather live bet Hughes after one at like whatever stupid number. I see Glenn saying like fights end by sub at 5-1. No, I don't like it. I don't like it just because Sammy Hughes is like, I mean, was it Amarim had her in like all sorts of fucking submissions and like couldn't get her out of there and like, and then the problem with Sam Hughes is like she doesn't really put anybody in trouble. It's more she's just active. Like looks like she's throwing a lot, but like, yeah, I do Hughes like live. You're probably gonna get like plus 300 range after one. And guess what happens if she wins the first round? You don't have money on this fight. Not the worst thing in the world. Like it's not the worst thing to not have money on this fucking fight.
True. I had to Google this because I was trying to figure out if I was about to get bizbinged by saying Joe. I'm like, what does that mean? What is that? No, it's the restaurant. No, I haven't been there yet. I was like, oh yeah, it's the restaurant. I can say it.
How stupid
I need to though. Dude, he gets, oh my God.
He walks into it every fucking time.
Like he doesn't he doesn't know how to bring up another tab on his internet. Like I fucking legitimately typed in Joe T. Garcia so I wouldn't say some shit that I couldn't read properly.
I joke about
I will go soon though, DD.
I joke about some of our friends. Like I know Wheezy does not read ahead.
Wheezy, so I'm saying this. He's Ron Burgundy.
So, right. So I spend my time planning things in his chat, trying to break him. The problem is Wheezy is so fucking funny that like he just counters me with everything, and I hate it. Like I can, like it's so hard to break Wheezy, but like my everybody watching this probably knows Johnny K picks. Like I got him the other day so bad on the show. We were talking about like the Alvarez Brenner fight, and I wrote all these like actual things. And then my next thing is like, also Alvarez has like a 4-inch dong advantage. Johnny, how do you think this matter? And he's like, geez, he put it on the screen. He's like, Jesus Christ, Lou. Like, I'm like, dude, just read ahead, man. All you had to do is read ahead.
Read ahead. Don't just put this shit on the screen.
Is it my fault? Is it my fault for talking about dongs, or is it his
fault
for not reading it?
Yes. Yes.
And I said it in a very tasteful, classy way. Very classy way.
I would expect nothing else.
Yeah, Glenn knows. I'm Ron Burgundy.
I'm Ron Burgundy? Jesus, these guys fucking nightmare fuel. Fucking hell. Guram Kutateladze taking on, I don't remember this guy's name, Jordan Vucenic. Minus 235. Wow, for Kutateladze, 8,800. Jordan plus 200, $7,400. Also the amount of money he spent on tattoos in his life. Plus 130. Fight doesn't go. And the over 2.5 is minus 185. Lou, start us off here because I probably don't have a lot to say about these
I'm like
two
100%
DraftKings.
I think the winner actually gets like a sack of rice and a goat.
Yeah.
So this is not like...
There's a potato for sure. Like Ip Man.
I mean, let's put it this way.
You can't be that stupid.
I don't think this is a bad price for Vucenic.
No.
I don't know how good he is. I think that he's, strangely enough, like, not that he fights like Elvis Brenner, but he profiles like him in terms of like he's going to not let Kutateladze have the fight that he wants. Like he's not going to let it just stay at distance and like let him get his boxing off.
So good.
Great test. I guess so. I don't have a bet on this. So I guess what you worry about here, I'm hungry now. Like, what do you guys?
I know it sounds fucking delicious.
Like I think a lot of what you worry about here is, you know, like people are like, is Guram washed? And it's like, I mean, he's young. He doesn't fight.
He ever dirty?
Frequently. But like, okay, so what happened in his last fight, dude? Like he was crushing a dude until he, like Brenner, until he got tagged. Like we crushed him the whole fight. Like he was dominated. Dude, he had him like so busted open. I think he looked really good until he got caught. So, oh my God, my leg.
What is happening?
Brought to you by like Wayne.
Why is that even funny? I don't know. It is though.
I don't know, but it's funny. What is happening? Like, I
Oh,
mean, I don't want to lay the odd the juice with Guram here. Like, and he's gonna probably win a decision. If you like Guram, just bet him by decision. But I'm if you have to bet this fight, I don't
oh,
think you could do worse than a 2-1 shot on Vucenic here. And if he gets Guram down, and I don't know that he will, but if he does, he's gonna win the. I think he can win a lot of minutes if he does get him down here. So.
mm-hmm.
You know my predilection of I don't like betting people that have a belt in their picture.
Yeah.
Like it's typically like a no-fly zone for me. But like, yeah, I'm I'd rather bet Vucenic plus 200 than get involved. Just the price, but like it's probably honestly like a Guram volume based decision. I mean, I don't know that he feels he only has a grappling path. Like, at least he's a gamer. Like, Vucenic is going to throw a ton of shit. Like, I don't think he's going to be passive. It's weird because I'm telling you, all the capping of this is, do you think Guram's done? Like, I feel like that's a big part of how you bet this fight. Like, you think he's washed, and it's like, dude, isn't he like 32? He's not like old.
No.
It's like, is he motivated? I would say, is he motivated is more like the question. It's like, if he's on his game, it's volume-based decision. I think like Vucenic could like get in his face. If he takes him down in the first round, like I think he probably wins the fight. He's probably gonna like, he could look good here. But and I also have note for anybody betting Vucenic, he just fought like 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe he's up a weight class. Like, yeah, I understand D-Day.
Yeah, it's still it's fucked. This is the guy. Remember, I say every week that there's always a guy on every card that I say I'm never gonna play this guy because he never ever scores well, and then he fucking Jesus, and then he fucking comes out and does like a whole bunch of shit and scores over 100 points. That fighter is Guram Kutateladze.
I should mention that Mick is friends with a lot of Jewish people to say this. I mean, he's friends with all the same Jewish people I'm friends with, so like it's not like it's like Aaron is just silently nodding somewhere, being like, yeah.
That's much like Oz, another film that I don't know if I could revisit.
Schindler's List.
That's oof.
Unless you're taking your girl to go make out in the movie theater, you don't need to see it.
Yeah, that's one you only need to see. I mean, you should see it and you should pay attention. But yeah, once is about the shelf.
Yeah, don't make out in the theater.
Once is about the shelf life there. Yeah, I was shitting on Guram Kutateladze. Yeah, and I'm gonna continue to to do that. Yeah, I'm not playing him in DraftKings. I'm playing Jordan. Guram just doesn't score well. Dude, he should be 0-3. What happened in that Gamrot fight? I honestly haven't rewatched it because I've been rewatching the Chiesa Holland fight on repeat 50 times in a row this whole week. But yeah, he according to the stats, he got outstruck. He got taken down 5 times and he got controlled for 23% of the fight. He did land a knockdown, but like this dude should be 0-3 in the UFC right now. So yeah. I don't that comment's throwing me off. I'm picking the dog. Well, fuck. Guram's probably gonna win. He's probably gonna win. But I'm gonna probably pick Vucenic anyways, and I'm gonna play him in DraftKings.
Whoever this is, and I think I know who's doing this. It's not just that these rotated accounts are hilarious. The picture you used here is like, and like, I mean, Mick nailed it. Like the picture you used is just fucking ridiculous. And like, what are we doing here, man? Like, what are we fucking doing?
Right. This is one I've wanted to watch. I've thought about watching this again, and I can't bring myself to do it.
What, Nail and Palin? You should absolutely watch it. Oh, Requiem for a Dream.
I can't do it. That is a fucking terrifying movie. Still have not done heroin to this day. Probably not just because of that, but that's certainly helped. That and train.
We are not I have never done heroin, and I'm gonna say.
So
I'm gonna. Oh my god! What is this? Oh my god! Is he talking about me or you? I think he's talking about me.
I hope he's talking about you.
Jesus Christ, Steve! Like, Jesus, dude! Like, what?
Maybe he's talking about Shamil. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, which one? I don't know. I think he's. I have to assume he's talking about me. Monk is a saint, like Dorothy Mantooth, and I am. Let's face it, I am the fucking worst. But I love that Steve came in and he's like, here's my favorite races, and like, now you put this fight up. So
yeah, exactly. Holy shit. Oh, he watched Requiem on mushrooms? Jesus Christ there. That's fucking wild. I mean, my face would look like Shamil's face if I did that shit. It would be stuck like that forever. Minus 265 for this guy. 9,100 plus 225 for Dante Mays. 7,100 minus 200. Fight doesn't go, and the over 2.5 is plus 130. Yeah, I'm on the Shamil side probably. By the way, is his who is it? The Chronic Combat guys? Someone nicknamed him Shamil Big Meal Gaziev, and I think that's fucking great. He should take that as his actual nickname. But yeah, I'm going with Gaziev. I'm gonna wait for you to tell me. Do you think this dude's like 9,100 is a lot to pay, man? He took an L to Rosenstruik, fought 4 rounds and didn't come out. Beat or KO'd Martin Budai, which isn't saying much. I mean, Dante Mays has only been KO, or no, he hasn't been. He's gone to 3 straight decision losses in his last 3 losses. So yeah, I'm hoping Gaziev is a decent cash play at 9,100. But man, if this goes to decision, I don't know what it's going to look like. Obviously, we have some takedown equity. We have. Oh, thank God, I haven't watched that. Takedown equity. We have a lot of control time equity, meaning we hopefully have some ground and pound as well. But I mean, these are 2 big sloppy boys. Like this could be a low level, low volume affair. I'm picking Gaziev, but I'm concerned about the $9,100 salary. I'm interested to hear at what you have to say here.
Josh, I don't have to Google it. I've seen this movie. I have actually seen this movie. And if you go, a lot of you guys, if you even go to like Wikipedia and you can finish reading like the wiki about what the movie's about, I'd be impressed. Like, it is fucking disturbing. Like, that is one of the more disturbing movies that's ever existed. It's a Serbian film. Monk, don't watch that movie.
No, I'm not going to. Nope.
Don't listen to Josh. I mean,
no.
Not to say Josh isn't like wise. Just don't watch. He's telling me to Google it. Like, bitch, I know what that movie is. Like, I've seen it. Yeah, Green Inferno is also. It's a hard watch, and as is, any of this fucking.
I don't know if
weird,
I've seen that. I don't think I've seen
cannibal horror from like the 70s is like, it's weird. That's like a remake, but don't watch these movies. Like, just this is not a. I'm gonna get off this topic because this is like I'm gonna get off this. Shamil is gonna just finish him. Like, round 1, round 2's even money. Like, I don't ever think this. His cardio should not be a problem because he's like just infinitely more skilled than this fucking asshole Dante Mays is, who still owes me money from the round 3 prop against Hamdi that I bet.
Why am I seeing reports that he got busted for steroids and he's suspended? Like, I thought he was already out of the UFC.
Old-fashioned Hamdi. I mean, this is a pretty big step down from fucking Rosenstruik, I would say. This is a massive step down from a like really good. Rosenstruik may be like one-dimensional. He's very good. He's a very good one-dimensional heavyweight with good cardio. Would you say Rosenstruik has kind of elite cardio for heavyweight?
I think so. He's making him midnight.
This is a massive step down, dude. Like, and I'm healthy. So Gaziev, so he's coming off his first loss where he couldn't just steamroll a guy. So you don't think his camp's like, okay, now we have the loss. Like, how'd we lose? How would you cap Martin Budai against Dante Mays?
Budai decision.
But he's a favorite.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay. He ran through Budai, who had been historically durable. Just wrecked him. Like, every punch he threw hurt him. I mean, I don't know what skill set Dante Mays here that Shamil hasn't seen. So I think he just absolutely, within the first 2 rounds, like steamrolls him. So you're getting even money. You can get it down even money if you take him that way. And like, honestly, I think he just fucks this guy. I think he fucks Mays up.
Here we go.
Do I have to even break this fight down?
Dude, I don't want to. I really don't. Kawhi Fernandez. I mean, look at that face. I don't know what's going on there. It's like somebody. I did not Photoshop his goatee on. I swear that's he grew that himself. Apparently, minus 400. Yeah, we'll make it quick. 9,300. Muhammad Yahya 300, 6,900. Minus 200 fight doesn't go really. Over 1.5 is minus 148. Yeah, start us off here. Yeah, it's fucking rough. Fucking rough.
Easy's my guy. I have nobody else to talk about NXT with all week other than fucking Easy. As eloquently broken down by the dog father and myself on Monday. Fight Factor every Monday here on the channel, by the way. Go check it out. It's growing. It's the talk of the nation. It's at worst the 5th best show about MMA on a Monday. It's soon to be number 4. Yahya is not a UFC level fighter. And Kawhi Fernandez, I've learned how to say his name correctly since Monday.
How were you saying it?
He should probably be never be minus 400. And I think Linbot probably nailed this on the head. This feels like. And it's funny because if you have to bet on this, what is going on? What is happening? All right, we'll just let them talk. Like, that's fine.
That was great. This is great, man. I'm enjoying it. Guys, I'm enjoying it.
They're distracted. I mean, if anything here, I kind of like the over. I think it's like, the more I looked into this, the more I'm like, I mean, this feels very much like a fight goes type of fight. I think that 148's like totally reasonable. I think like the only thing you'd worry about here is, okay, Yahya did not look good against D1 Peak. Just taking him down. Like, not a great look. But from watching, like, Fernandez's fights back, like, I don't think he's going to just immediately go for a takedown. I think he's going to want to just stay on the feet. And if he stays on the feet, this is probably like a really low volume, nothing. And then, I mean, yeah, why even have rankings that low at this point? Like, just so you guys know, Monk is 149.
Yeah, it's some fucking intern. Has to be like, geez.
Like, I have Monk minus 150 against Muhammad Yahya in my early capping.
At least he's got real facial hair.
I mean, you're gonna close at like minus 300. Yes, well, that's why you're not like minus 2,000. His facial hair game.
I mean, Fernandez, what is that?
I mean, but if this thing's on the feet, it's probably just like pitter patter, kind of nothing. So if you're betting like the under, you're betting Kawhi Fernandez to just get a takedown and submit him. And I don't think it's like, he's not some dominant fucking submission ace. He's okay, but, and Yahya is only there because he's like, Yahya's in the ring to my left. Like, he's that guy for all these like Abu Dhabi UAE cards. Already in the ring to my left. Iron, Mike, Sharp, Barry, like he's that guy. So I'd kind of favor the over if you feel like you need to bet it. I think this is a very skippable fight. And from DFS, I don't know how you play either one here. You can't play Yahya.
For DFS, here's the breakdown.
Maybe you play Fernandez.
Kawhi's 93. Save yourself $100 and play Umar Nurmagomedov. That's pretty much the breakdown for this fight. I mean, and then Muhammad Yahya, just save yourself $200 and play fucking Tony Ferguson. Like, I really don't understand. Or pay up $100 and play Corey Sandhagen in a 5-round fight, or play Michael Oleksiejczuk, someone with some first round upside. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm sick of looking at that goatee, to be quite honest. Now, here's a guy I could look at for hours. Azamat Murzakanov, minus 194, taking on Alonzo Menafield, plus 169, $7,500, $8,700 other salaries here. Minus 200 fight doesn't go in the over. Is this right? Did I not change it from the last fight? The over 1.5 is minus 145. Someone can confirm that. I don't know. I do everything in a haze during the day, so who really knows what's at least I got the pictures right. You know what I mean? I'll start this one. Look, I'm a big Alonzo Menafield guy. I like him. I want to see him do well, quite honestly. And he has been doing quite well outside of that Carlos Ulberg fight where he got KO'd in 12 seconds. Ulberg is a good opponent. But before that, I mean, beating Serkinov, Krut twice, and then he drew against Krut once, and then Jacoby. Both guys have beaten Dustin Jacoby. Everybody's beaten Dustin Jacoby. Both guys have I can't do the Trump impression. I was going to. Everybody's beaten Dustin Jacoby these days. Devin Clark, Tefan Nchukwi. Yeah, I just think Mirzakanov's probably got the takedown upside, got the DraftKings scoring upside as well. And 8,700, I'm willing to put some money on that, even in cash. So give me a Mirzakhanov, whether it's early or whether it's by decision. I like his upside more than Menafield. Menafield just has not, outside of the Krut fight, well, he did KO Serkinov as well. So, but win all 15 with Jacoby, scored only 81 points, is a bit worrisome. But yeah, I'm on the Mirzakhanov side. Lou, what do you got on this fight?
Does any other YouTube breakdown show from MMA have Elon Musk and Donald Trump in the chat? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And unlike you, I will do the. I'll be like, so Alonzo Menafield is great, very great. Hope everybody has fun with boxing and the wrestling and the whatnot. And then next week I'll see them in China. Jesus Christ, Big Steve is just picking his spots here to be like, race war, like that's just like I know that's a Big Steve. When you call somebody racist all the time, maybe you're the racist. Just
that's what the kids call projecting.
So this is another thing that like,
what the fuck?
What is happening? So this is another thing Dogfather and I talked about. Like, I think I asked him, I'm like, so Menafield, I don't love these dudes that get knocked out and do quick turnarounds. Like, it's always like a red flag for me. But like, let's face it, Menafield didn't take a beating in that fight. He just got knocked out like immediately, and then went home. Like,
yep.
So did he take a lot of damage? Not really. Like, I mean, he took one shot and that was it. This is another one. Like, I kind of weirdly like the overs. I don't think Mirzakhanov like immediately. I think the left hand's going to be there for him all day, but I don't think he immediately knocks out Menafield. And Menafield, man, like Crawl's power and for like, I feel like people perceive him as like, you look at him and you're like, oh yeah, he's just knocking out fuckers in the first round. Like, but he's pretty low volume. He's pretty like methodical. Like he doesn't push a pace. Like I kind of like the over here. I just think that like, it's probably like a lot more low volume than people think. And then in terms of who wins, I don't know, man. Like Mirzakhanov, like we just said Dustin Jacoby like stinks at this point. Like he stinks. Well, I thought he won the fight against Menafield.
I'm picking Menafield now.
And then I don't know, man. Mirzakhanov's all right. He's decent. He's undefeated. Like he's never done anything wrong, but he's not. Again, he's not like elite knocking you out immediately, like at this level. I kind of feel like Mirzakhanov decision. We're late, but I sort of feel like if this gets out of the first round, it's probably going the distance. So I'd favor the overs here. Yeah.
There we go.
And Mirzakhanov, like, I mean, this picture could be like anybody.
Yeah, that's a handsome son bitch right
like,
there.
Yeah, I think it's a picture of like there's an alternate universe Dogfather where this is a picture of him.
Bald and bearded is the look.
And Dogfather knows. It's not like an insult. That's like there's an alt universe where he's literally Azamat Mirzakhanov.
There's also an alt universe where Elves Brenner is also bald and bearded, but he's too fucking ashamed of his natural hairline. I mean, this dude, Joel Alvarez minus 163, Elves Brenner plus 143, 8,300, 7,900, minus 210. Fight doesn't go, and the over 1.5 is minus 175. Els Brenner, I remember this dude used to have hair here, and then just a line. Like, I don't know what was going on. He had the line go, and now, I mean, he fucking Paul Craig'd it. Must have spent some time in Turkey. Lou, what do you got? What do you got for this one?
I agree with
full fade Figgy. That's interesting. I agree with
actually,
all the rest.
We're gonna get to that fight, but I think that fight in general is like a complete fade. And I also think he didn't mention Dern, but I think that fight's a pretty good.
Well, you put Godinez in there.
Yeah, I think both. I think it's a good. Well, I understand why he didn't put Dern, but we'll get.
I
to
love
that.
Cheeto Vera. Yeah, we'll get there.
So he thinks Elves will find the KO on this fight. So look, let me just put this out there, because this is going to be one of the more unique breakdowns. Every week I have what I think is one good breakdown. I think, and this is the fight where it's going to be my one good breakdown. If you're not doing an Elves Brenner round 3, Tony Ferguson round 3 parlay for like generational wealth this week, you don't like the sport. Like you almost
stop watching.
You know how like we say this is not financial advice. As John Sturgarian said, this is completely financial advice to do that round 3 parlay. All right, so here's my thing with this fight. The Alvarez steam, I mean, you have minus 163. That is not, I mean, that is not the money line for this guy at this point. I mean, there's books that have him at minus 180, 190. Like,
dude, I just changed it like 2 hours ago. That's crazy.
Awesome. Oh, I entered the chat. There you go. And Glenn wants Sam round 3. I mean, if you want like a mansion, you want like big coastal property, let's do it. I feel like this is the fight that has like the 19 outcome possibility. Oh, absolutely. He's probably, what is it? Oh, he's bet down to 160. Okay. It's 1 a.m. It's very possible that John Sturgarian is on a dragon right now, just like over New Jersey, just over like making sure there's no crime. It's very possible. I feel like there's so many outcomes here. Like, I don't think an Alvarez immediate sub is out of the question. I don't know if Brenner can get in a range. The only thing I know about this fight is this. At least this is my perspective. I think if we get to round 3, I think Elvis Brenner wins round 3 at a very high clip. That's the only thing I can really. That's the only thing that I even feel comfortable about saying here. So my perspective on this fight to bet it is simple. Aside from the round 3, which I think is like, because even against Doral Bay, dude, in the fight he was getting dominated. Like he tagged him late. Like Brenner, yes, will fight for your money. The problem is I'm just not certain he's that good. I feel like I think people overcap him. Like he's getting crushed in the Guram fight. He's not. I don't know how to cap his hairline. His hair's different every fight. So
it's bullshit. It's bullshit. Number one bullshit.
It's very frustrating.
You don't bet on guys that have hair transplants because they have no fucking confidence. They don't have fucking confidence.
I'm like, hey, dude, you're on this channel. Why are you cursing the channel? You're literally on the channel. Like, what are you doing? Oh, by the way, there's 2 white guys in this. So I noticed that Big Steve conveniently wasn't here for this part of the chat.
Like, interesting.
10 to win. Yeah, I like that. I don't like the spending 10, but I like the winning.
Well, that's your round 3 combo parlay.
I mean, right? I guess I can't do it on Fanatics. They're never going to pay me again at this rate.
Yeah, that's true. This is true, but that's fucking bullshit too, man. Like, I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Bezos. Appreciate it. Could you fucking bless my Cash App or some shit this week? What do you think about that? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like dudes that with their hairline, it's just no confidence. It's bullshit.
Did I even give a bet? I don't think I even gave my bet.
What's your bet?
Don't sass me.
We're about to be way past that, Lou. Huh?
I feel like after 1 round, you're either going to get, if Brenner wins round 1, he's going to be like, because Alvarez fights the style that's hard to judge. Like if he plays off his back and he's just throwing up subs and does no damage, did he win the round? Like it's really hard to kind of judge how the judges like Alvarez. I'd rather just bet Brenner alive. If you bet him after 1 and he wins the first, he's probably minus 130 to 150, but I think he wins round 3 at a really high clip. So I almost feel like at that point it's free. as long as he doesn't get submitted, I think it's free. And if he loses the first round, he's like plus 350. And then why wouldn't you take him at that point? So I'd rather live entry on Brenner, and he could get submitted in round one. And then you're like, all right. I think this is just this is the fight with like the most variable outcomes. The next fight's the one with the least variable outcomes.
Yeah, that's true. I don't even think I talked about this one. Super quick. You can play Alvarez, but outside of the first round, like this dude is the opposite of offensive fighter. Like he's just waiting for Elves to make a mistake and then he's going to submit him. Like that's all he's going to do here. He rarely scores well and wins. I mean, the Moises one out of nowhere, he throws 15 strikes a minute in 3 minutes and knocks him out. That was really interesting. But yeah, he just doesn't do anything offensive. So even in a first round submission, he might not even score 100 points, but at 8,300, that's not really a concern. So play a little of him for the first round upside, but I'm completely with Lou. Me, including everyone else that's playing, will have a ton of Brenner. He's going to be extremely high owned, probably for good reason. Hopefully we'll see 3 rounds, even in a loss. Maybe he could put up 55 against my titty back Oral Boy in his last fight, and that was a loss. 15-minute, yeah. So 55 points in a loss at 7,900. That's not ideal, but I will take it. So yeah, I prefer Brenner here, even in cash.
He does have like a shit ton of takedown equity here.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, takedown equity, control time as well. So I prefer Brenner for GPPs, but I will have some Alvarez, but I also prefer Brenner in cash. That's interesting. Yeah, he is pretty expensive. Full fade. Wow. I mean, I can see that happening. I could see it around 3 KOs only getting you like 40 bonus points, whatever it is. So yeah, I could see that. Yeah, my titty back Oral Boy. Yeah, that's it. Also, you don't bet on a guy that's fucking scared to tattoo his nipple. Look at this. Scared to tattoo his own nipple. Don't be a fucking pussy. Mackenzie Dern minus 117 taking on Loopy Godinez minus 103, 82 and 8K plus 190. Fight doesn't go, and the over 2.5 minus 270. I guess I'll start us off here. I don't know what to do. I'm probably gonna full fade this fight, to be completely honest. I don't know, bro. It's late. It's hot as fucking here, and I haven't drank enough water today, so maybe that has something to do with it. I want to full fade this fight. I think I'm gonna pick Godinez, but I have zero confidence. That's my thing. I don't know. That's rough. I don't know. I don't know what I was even going to say. I don't know what to do here because I don't like how either of these girls score regularly, but then each one of them out of nowhere has like 153, 130 point win. So I'm thinking this one goes to decision. I like Loopy, but I have zero confidence. Even for DraftKings, like I want to pick a winner for cash. I honestly have no idea who's going to win this fight. So maybe Lou can help me out. But for DraftKings, I think I have to fade this one just because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't think either one scores well enough to play in a GPP at a very high clip. And I don't know who's going to win. So I have a hard time picking it in cash. And Loopy's the most expensive underdog on the card. So definitely I don't want to play her in cash if I don't think she's going to win. Also, she scores like less than 70 points in 2 of her last 4 wins. So I don't want any of that. Lou, what do you got here?
I just saw that Liam's live right now, and like I don't have a problem with Liam, but hey, Liam, fuck you, dude. This is our time slot. Like, what are you doing, dude?
Yeah, who's live at? It's fucking midnight, bro. 1 o'clock.
Yeah, what kind of psycho goes live at Thursday midnight? What kind of stupid show? What kind of dumb show goes live every Thursday at midnight?
Maybe this is the only time his internet works.
And he just did Chronic Combat tonight, so like. I don't know. I mean, I didn't look how long that show was, but I'm going to assume 4.5 hours. So, like,
gotta be.
Go right back.
Gotta be.
I mean, I already parlayed the over, and these are not. I do not like making these kind of bets historically, but like,
what'd you parlay?
I don't see. Like, where is there a finish in this fight?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Loopy doesn't hit hard enough.
Only goes to decisions,
and then. I mean, what is a Dern finish that she gets? Like she backpacks her, and like I don't see how.
I don't see that. Yeah.
So okay, so let's assume again. We're just trying to we're playing around here. No, Damari, and this is going to be my big point here. Like, I don't trust Loopy to fight for 15 minutes. I don't trust her to do everything perfect for 15 minutes. You can't, because we have a very large sample size of Loopy not sticking to a perfect game plan, unless it was like,
she's frustrating.
Was it Carnelisi? I'm trying to think of like what fight it was. Like, unless she's like dominating a schlub, she doesn't stick to a game plan. And Dern, on the other hand, I think does stick to game plans. The problem is there's a big hole in her game.
Yeah.
I think she hits hard. I don't know how, like, I just don't see how anybody finishes. Like, Loopy never finishes Dern. No. And Dern needs like a very specific situation to get a finish on Loopy. So I think it's crazy. This over is way lower than the Dudikova Hughes one. Because I just don't see a finish here ever. So what happens in a decision? Well, if it stays on the feet for 15 minutes, I think Godinez probably lands more.
God, that's going to be ugly.
And the split decision, I haven't looked. It's probably like plus 100. Like, it's probably even money for this fight to fucking go split decision. My guy Sports Money thinks Loopy KO is free money. I will respectfully disagree. And I think Dern's hittable, but Loopy's probably, it would have to be like a volume-based KO. And it's not a yam bag, sir. This is a clam bag if it's a woman.
Clam bag.
We're professionals here. What was that tweet I showed you this week? It was like Rocky pulling Mickey, and it was like everybody needs. He's like, what? He's pulling him in a sleigh like a goddamn Italian reindeer or whatever. He fucking so funny. Yeah, I just like the over here. I don't bet a side here. This is, you're not even getting like great value on. Of note, I think this is the first fight where Loopy has been an underdog in the UFC.
That is, I believe, true. I will look at it. I have all the fight odds somewhere else, but I have to look.
And hold on, and just so you know, this, I feel like this is a very good parlay. I feel like this is. I'm not a huge juice boy parlay. I feel like this is a very, very, very. Like, this is financial advice. I feel like this is very good.
Do you get to plus money on that? You think?
Oh, with 4 fights? Absolutely. This is a very good Green King. This is a very, very, this is a very good play. And I think we'll get to the Shara fight. If that fight goes, although I can't stress enough, my record in co-main events is like historically, it's Glass Joe level atrocious. But if that fight goes the distance, I would be, that's what my arm looks like too. I would be shocked if that fight. Oh, Big Steve. Oh, he's not here. No, I didn't come in for that. If the Shara Olenjacek fight goes the distance, I would be. I don't want to say I'll eat my shoe because I'm running out of shoes to eat or drink out of, but
that's true.
I'd be pretty surprised if that was a decision. I don't think Olenjacek can fight to a decision at this point. I don't think he can fight a whole round at this point. I think he's like, fuck this shit.
Well, hold your horses. We got 2 fights left before we get there. Hold your Olenjacek horses, because we've got my God, Michael Chiesa, Tony Ferguson. Don't adjust your dial. Chiesa is minus 635 and the most expensive fighter on DraftKings. Yeah, the commentator, Michael Chiesa. Tony Ferguson plus 460. 6,700 minus 140. Fight doesn't go. The over 2.5 is minus 130. Lou, start us off with this one.
Like Anthony Smith, he's a commentator.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this guy's way more of a. Anthony Smith's way more active than Chiesa is.
What are we doing here? Like, this is, and he's like minus 800 on some books. Like, he's
fucking stupid.
Like,
what are we doing?
Okay, so let's forget about doing like the whole I am a capper thing. Spoiler alert. I'm a terrible capper. I'm just here to like do YouTube stuff with Monk because Monk and I tell all these jokes. Like I'm here for like stand up. I'm working on my stand up game like Todd Glass. That's why I'm here. Like, okay, so like, does Tony win at like a 15 to 20% clip? I don't know, man. Like, I mean, he's shot. Is he shot? Yes.
15 to 20. That's it.
Is Ferguson shot? Yes. Is Michael Chiesa ever this? Should he ever be this number? No, dude. Like, and do you know what his hobbies are in life, Monk? The outdoors,
not fighting,
picnics, and diving into darts chokes. That is one of his hobbies. Diving into chokes, dude. Like literally, what is? I'm never stop. First of all, I hope you use all these accounts and subscribe with all of them. Like we could use that. Like we are not.
Yeah, hit that fucking sub.
Just 30 accounts. Just like let it rip. I mean, not as a capper, but like if you're just a fan, how do you not? I mean, and Tony Ferguson as a person is probably not maybe so good, but I am. I'm here. I just said before I'm betting round 3 as well. Like round 3 sub is like I think it's like 30 to 1 or some shit. Like, how are you not betting this? Like you have to for like 5. Dude, just throw $5 on it. Like who cares? Like. Dude, how does he? I mean, it's like I almost wanted to bet the under, but then I'm thinking about it and I'm like, because it's a reasonable price for the under. And I'm like, does Chiesa finish him ever? And I don't think he does. Like if
he doesn't, then Ferguson's going in all my lineups.
I mean, if there's any finishing equity in this fight, it's Tony Ferguson, right? Like he's all the finishing equity in this fight, I would think. Not all of it, but he's, I mean, at least 80% of the finishing equity is Ferguson. And then you look at the total, and the total's like kind of right there. That even the over-under is like, I mean, I know Bobby Green arm triangled them. I get it. Bobby Green also, Patty fight aside, Bobby Green is not somebody who historically, Bobby Green historically is not somebody who makes a lot of mistakes. Again, we're going to forget about the dive he took against Patty. Spoiler alert, he took a fucking dive against Patty. There's no doubt about it. He took a fucking dive in that fight. I don't care what he says. That was a blatant dive. How does Chiesa cover his number here? Just dominates for 15 minutes? Okay. I mean, I suppose that's possible if Tony doesn't do anything. But, like, if you're Tony Ferguson, aren't you like, I can actually win this fight? Like, this is a huge step down. Like, he could win this fight.
I agree.
Chad's not here tonight. I had, like, 3 people asking if Chad would be on, and I'm like, not this week. I'm like, I'd have Chad on again. He's funny as shit. Yeah, let's fucking go, dude. Tony Ferguson round 3 for the fucking culture.
I love it, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time because I have
Brian Twitch. That's my official, and as John Kelly, that's the official pick.
That's the official pick. Clear and concise. Yeah. Michael Chiesa. This dude looked like shit against Kevin Holland. Looked absolutely terrible. Completely shelled up, turtled up, and got fucking darsed. Every takedown he shot was just head first, like Sam Patterson, fucking neck first, and just got stuffed every day. It just looked bad. It looked bad. And Ferguson is definitely washed, but as the cheapest fighter on the card, this dude's going 3 rounds, basically 3 full rounds with King Green, 20, 17, 18 minutes with Diaz, 15 minutes with Benny. Chiesa is going like getting darsed in 3 minutes by Luque, getting darsed in 3 minutes by Holland. Yeah, we're going Ferguson, baby. If you put Ferguson in, you can get anybody in your lineup that you want. I really like Ferguson. I don't think he's going to win. I just don't. I think Chiesa, like somebody said, 20, 25%. Yeah, that means Chiesa obviously has the rest of that winning equity. But for DraftKings at 9,500, what does that even get you? Lou said, and I agree, how does he win by finish? I mean, he's not going to score well if he's going to decision with Tony Ferguson. It's just not going to happen. So give me Ferguson 6,700. That is it. Yeah, I love it. Ferguson, I picked you by darts. Let's go all day.
Oh,
Here's
hold
one.
on. And before you move on, I forgot because I mentioned this last night. My guy Pirate MMA tweeted about a bet here. Ferguson plus 3.5 on the spread is plus 250. I think he can win a round. And for those looking for like a recent trend, I mean, last week the biggest underdog on the card was Daniel Pineda. He couldn't see and he couldn't walk, and he won round 3 on all the judges' scorecards. So like,
and he scored 50 fucking points on.
I mean, he got 10-8 in the one round. I mean, I don't see how Kiesa ever gets 10-8 here. Like, I think Tony Ferguson can win one. Like, the plus 250 to win one round, I think is pretty fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm going to go finish my cigarette now. But yeah, that's crazy. Like, it's a crazy number.
Yeah, I'll start us off here because I think, according to everything I've heard, I am the only one on this take for this fight. And it breaks my heart. Davison Figueiredo taking on Marlon Chito Vera. Figueiredo's minus 145, 8,400. Cheeto's plus 125, 7,800. Plus 215 fight doesn't go. So I should say minus 275 fight does go. And the over 2.5 is minus 325. Look, I know everybody's talking about just fading this fight, and I do get it. I do get it. But look, man, I know Figueiredo. Hey, Brock, Bork Laser in the house. I know Lou's gone, so I got to say Bork Laser. What's going on? I know Figgy, at least in his last 5, is not like landing volume. 3.44 against Moreno and 3 strikes a minute against Rob Font are his highest numbers in that time frame. But listen to these numbers that Cheeto's giving up. He's allowing 10.8 strikes a minute against Rob Font, 5.3 against Cruz, 5.1 against Sandhagen, 7.5 against Pedro Munoz, and 9.2 a minute against Vera. So I'm a huge Cheeto Vera fan, like gigantic Cheeto fan. I don't think this is going to be a good fight for him, man. Figgy's looked great at bantamweight, and he's not fighting scrubs. He's fighting Rob Font. He's fighting Cody Garbrandt. This is obviously a big step up on paper because Cheeto just fought for the title, but he loves to get hit, and I think Figueiredo can land takedowns. I think he can land ground and pound. He might even be able to finish this dude. I don't know, man. I hope not. I'm rooting for Cheeto, but I'm picking Figgy, and I don't mind playing him in cash. Look, I don't think he's going to break 100 points in a win in a decision, but I think at 90 or 95 points, I think that's okay, and we can probably get somewhere close to that. But Figgy at bantamweight looks fucking good, man, and I want Cheeto to win. I don't think I can pick him. I'm going with Davison, and the salary, 8,400, third cheapest favorite on the card. I think he's worth a little bit, and if everybody's right, he's going to be low owned as hell. So you might be able to. I just have a feeling he's going to be able to hit Cheeto, and he's going to kind of be able to do what he wants. Man, it sucks to think, but it sucks. I think Figgy's the side. What do you got here?
First sportsbook that ever limited me was Bovada for this. I bet Brock Lesnar. I bet $20 on Brock Lesnar to beat the Undertaker at WrestleMania when he was like 21-0. Brock beat him. He was plus 7,500.
No way.
I put, because Undertaker never loses. So I put $20 on like an asshole, and it won. And they, like my recent fucking shit, took days to like even pay it out, and they're like, you're banned. And I'm like, cool, you're Bovada and you're a terrible book, and I can just create literally 38 accounts. Like, I'm not. I think you are 100%
right. I agree.
I think you very astutely broke this fight down.
Oh, thanks.
I think you nailed it 100%. And I swear to God, I know it's not my buddy Pat doing this in the chat, but this is like such a Pat thing right now with this Brock Lesnar thing. It's like such a fucking thing he would do. Like Pat and Tommy and I like will be out drinking tomorrow. I have no doubt. And this is a very Pat thing to do. Yeah, I mean, I think Didi or JP brought up in the chat, like, how do you, and yeah, like it's, and Figgy, at least in 2 fights this weight class, has appeared that he wants to grapple. And if he wants to grapple, it's going to be there. Now, he's another guy. Like I know I'm so wrong on who's running it. I'm saying it's a compliment. Like my buddy Pat is funny as shit, and I'm saying I think he's funny. I really don't know who's running this. I really don't care. Like I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
I enjoy it so much. Like
they're changing so quick. It's crazy.
Like we don't need to know. We just enjoy it and we appreciate it. Like I'd rather almost never know. Like it's just great. Yeah, to your point, I think the takedowns will be there. It's funny because I feel like Figgy wins round 1 at a very high clip, and I feel like Vera probably wins round 3 at a very high clip. So Green King posted earlier, like he's got the over parlayed. I mean, I never see a finish. I see Glenn wrote this to 2-3 sub. Dude, Vera's like just never quitting ever. Like he's got to be unconscious for that scenario. I feel like Vera has to actually be stone cold unconscious. And and what do you worry about here with Vera? Like, did he get his soul taken? Like, he took a fuck ton of damage from O'Malley, man. Hey, that knee would have killed like many horses.
Yeah.
Vera just ate it. But like Vera took a fucking beating in that fight. Look,
yeah.
I'm the only thing that like gives me a little bit of pause is like Figueiredo lost round 1 to Cody Garbrandt, which is never a great look. But then what did he do? He's like, I don't like where this is going. I'm just going to chuck him on the ground. Like he fought that was the right game plan and it worked. And I'm willing to give round 1 a pass there because you're opening the biggest fucking UFC card in history at UFC 300. Like there's nerves. I'm willing to give a little bit of a pass there. I mean, it comes down to round 2 for me. Like, is he going to go for takedowns in round 2? If he does, he wins the first 2 rounds. It's probably a pretty boilerplate 29-28. I think a lot of the dudes that I respect immensely in this community, like Pepe and other guys like that, a lot of them are on the Vera side. They got him at plus 150 range. I mean, I get it. Just not for me. I think that Figueiredo here probably, and Figueiredo decision is it would be Figgy decision. I just don't see. I get what Glenn's doing, like the sub, like I get it. Like it's a sexy number, but like, I really think Vera has to be compromised or completely unconscious. Like,
yeah,
he's just never, do you ever see Vera like saying, like verbally being like, oh no, no, dude,
they'd have to pipe it in through the auditorium, like with Mankind.
Yeah, I think
Figgy would never say it.
I think Figgy probably just, I'm a little nervous of the Vera KO round 3. I mean, yes, it's possible, but I mean, man, I think Figgy probably stays safe enough in round 3 and just because here's the thing: if you're worried about Figgy's cardio, he might get 1 takedown and that's the round. Like maybe Vera doesn't get up, and if that's the case, how much cardio is he really expending? So, like, I don't think this isn't going to be like 8 mat returns in a round. Like this is, he takes him down and he's going to top time him. He's back for his 1 play. Oh, thank God, Big Steve. Go check out the Pass or Pass podcast on the Big Steve MMA channel, guys.
Yeah, the over on Price Picks for Figgy yesterday at least was 2 takedowns landed. So I like that a lot. Yeah.
Oh, right at 2.
Right at unfortunately,
feels like a fucking push, dude.
Yeah,
because he's gonna get 1 in each round, then he's not gonna get 1 in the third. And you're like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, that feels like a dead push.
They know.
I don't love it. I understand what you're saying for DraftKings. Also, if he's low owned, obviously you like it.
Sounds like he's gonna be.
Yeah, I mean, you can never play Vera though in draft. No. Like, even in a win, even in like a decision win. What does he score? 60. Like,
yeah. In a 5-round fight, you'd stack him up, but not in this one.
Look at these sexy bastards.
Jesus.
Another guy who's afraid to tattoo his nip.
Yeah, exactly. Shara Magomedov minus 230 taking on Mikhail Oleksiejczuk plus 195, 7,209K, and minus 225. Fight doesn't go over 1.5 is minus 120. Start us off here. What do you like in the co-main?
I bet the under. I have a track play on the under. It's like one of the first bet I made this week. I mean, skill for skill, Oleksiejczuk on paper is better, but he seems very. He's mentally checked out at this point. I don't even care about this. I mean, I know people are like, oh, did you see his Instagram? No, I'm 46. I don't fucking look at Instagram. I mean, it's like Big Steve. I mean, look, I think this is why I bet the under and not Chara. I think Olajaychuk round 1 KO is very live. I honest to God believe it. I don't like Chara's striking defense. Here's the thing. People are like, oh man, we haven't seen his take. Like, we don't know how he is in the ground, like Chara. And it's like, I just feel like Olajaychuk is still training out of his fucking basement.
That's awesome.
I feel like I don't think Olajaychuk's really gonna grapple here. But let's say he doesn't, and it's just on the feet. Dude, his boxing's still really good. Like, Olajaychuk's very good striker. It's his durability now that's the problem. But like, is Chara really just blitzing fools? Like, no. Dude, even Trockley's like, I'm here all
trash.
Day. I think that Olajaychuk will give him the kind of fight where maybe he throws a little more volume than he has at this level in the first round. But if you're playing Olajaychuk round 1 KO, like, I have no issue with that. I think that's his money line at this point. But he could also die. He'd get head kicked into fucking oblivion. And I also know that Char doesn't go for submissions. But dude, we're like 2 months removed from Olajaychuk's arm getting absolutely fucking hideously mangled by Kevin Holland, where he couldn't train. That wasn't pleasant. And then he's just right back in. I mean, it feels like just an absolute cash grab, doesn't it?
Kinda. I hear he's not even training at a camp anymore. So
no, he's training in my neighbors. He's with the Mexicans next door to me, just training with
yeah, exactly.
His arm wasn't broken, but it was okay, but it was like, again, it was like an unpleasantly mangled experience very recently. Dude, he's just here to argue with me, man. Like, it's like he's just here to like, look, I'm Big Steve. I have a channel. Like, okay, great. Like, go on your fucking channel, asshole. It takes 6 weeks. I mean, I don't know, dude. I recovered in like an hour the last time somebody mangled my arm.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody mangled mine. I just blinked and it was back. So I don't know what's taking these guys so long
from it, like physically, but this is still not like it was a horrible look, and it's another one of those mental things where you're like, maybe this isn't for me anymore. Like the fact that he's like, I'm retiring if I lose,
which is likely what he said. He goes, which is likely.
He's young, dude. It's crazy because he's like
not even 30. It's not even 30.
He's just done, dude. And he even's like, I'm not going anywhere else. I'm
good
retiring.
Thing for him that fucking Nurmagomedov's a goddamn fraud. Good thing for him. This is the guy I'm slandering this week. Fucking Charlie. This dude couldn't even finish Antonio Tricoli in less than 12 minutes. What the fuck are we doing? Tricoli was just standing there for the last 7.5 minutes of that fight with his fucking arms down. Didn't do shit. Just one shot at a time from Nurmagomedov. Maybe his depth perception is fucked up and he can't fucking see where his punches are. Like, I don't understand it, but this guy is decisioning Bruno Silva, doesn't even score 100 points, KOing someone named Antonio Tricoli minus 700, doesn't even score 94 points. Fuck Nurmagomedov. Fraud check right here. We're going Oleksiejczuk for all the marbles. Round 1 KO. Look, if he doesn't win in like, I don't know, 2 minutes, just crumple that shit up. Yeah, it is fuck Nurmagomedov, but I am going to play him in GPPs and in cash probably. So likely Oleksiejczuk gets finished here early, but there's absolute you have to play Oleksiejczuk in DraftKings and GPPs just for the round 1 upside. Because, I mean, come on. Sharabutin didn't even finish. Had trouble with Tricoli, who was just standing in front of him. Dude had like 2 working eyes, no working arms, and barely got finished. So yeah, give me I guess I'm picking Magomedov, but I don't like it. And I'm rooting for Nurmagomedov. Or I mean Michael Oleksiejczuk. Put those 2 guys in a fucking spelling bee, those 2 names right there. Yeah, I don't know. I agree. I don't think he wants to do it. That's the problem. That YouTube comment where he's like, I'm probably gonna lose, that's bad. That's like less confidence than having hair plugs put in. So yeah, it's pretty bad. Oh, Lou's muted.
Here, I gave the good Lou bet last week. It was Sam Patterson, round 1, round 2 submission at 20-1. There was the bet, dude. I gave away the greatest bet ever. I don't know what you want. I gave away a 20-1 bet that smashed. Like,
yep.
And it took 5 days to pay, but it paid.
It sure did.
For chump change, as he said. You know who disagree with that? All the strippers I spent the money on disagree with the chump change.
Yep, that's true. Lou made it rain in Philly.
I mean, it is 200. It is 200 reach rounds in North Philly.
That's true. So it's a pretty good deal, actually.
Big Steve, my bet was Ferguson plus 3.5 at plus 250. He hates spread bets, but I think Ferguson plus 3.5 plus 250 is a pretty solid. That's the value bet of the day.
There are no high-end strippers in that state.
No,
not at all.
God, it's a Wednesday and Thursday. No, these are the ones that are like, we would tell you we want to pay for college. You'd know we were lying, and I'm like, sorry. They're like, our kids aren't even going to college. Like, don't worry about it. I'm like,
yeah. Here we go, Lou. We did it. Main event. Umar Nurmagomedov minus 310, 9,200, taking on Corey Sandhagen at plus 260, 7,000. Plus 110. His fight doesn't go, and the over 3.5 is minus 205. I'll start us off here. Look, I'm playing Umar Nurmagomedov in tons of GPP lineups, all my cash lineups probably. Man, am I sick of hearing people talk about Bekzad he had 2 seconds of one punch against Nurmagomedov, then got fucking dominated for 14 minutes and 58 seconds. So that's all Nurmagomedov does, is he's either dominating people or finishing you very early in the first round, scoring over 100 points in every single fight so far, I believe, at least his last 5. I agree. Sandhagen's the bet based on the number, but for DraftKings, I don't even like to stack this one. I think if Umar's winning, it looks like Corey's getting dominated on the ground and scoring absolutely no points offensively. If Sandhagen is winning, it's Umar not being able to get his takedowns off, not being able to get his wrestling going, and probably not scoring many points. So I don't like this for a stack. I will have some Sandhagen and GPPs, but my side is, the clear side to me is Umar Nurmagomedov for DraftKings. He's only 9,200. Again, he's $100 cheaper than Kawi Fernandez and $300 cheaper than Michael Chiesa, who we talked about has no finishing equity. So yeah, I really like Umar this week. Whether it's 5 rounds, whether it's in first round finish, I don't care. I think he scores very well. What do you got here, Lou? Take us home.
I mean, from a betting perspective, it's Sandhagen or nothing for me. I mean, at the price, like, he's a guy that's fought 5 rounds. The problem with Sandhagen, like, the reason I haven't clicked it yet is, like, also I think we're going to get a better price on Sandhagen. I think that a lot of people are going to parlay Umar. Like,
that's true. Point. He'll be minus 380.
The problem I have is that I had a bet on TJ Dillashaw against Sandhagen. Dillashaw did not win that fight. Judges disagreed.
Yeah.
Peter Yan fight, and this is before Yan's soul was taken in the Sterling fights. Close margins, dude. He had a lot of success early. I think you could have given Sandhagen a decision there too. So my problem is, I think Sandhagen, great 5-round fighter, good fight IQ. The takedowns will almost assuredly not be there. So this is not going to be a fight where he can really do that. I think I think Umar is like a solid striker. Like, I do not think Umar's striking is horrible at all.
He lands decent volume,
and he's good technically. I think Sandhagen's the better striker, though.
Yeah,
I don't think it's massive margins, but I think he's the better striker. I think there's a lot to like about the Sandhagen side, but I feel like he could win 3 rounds here and still lose the fight. Like, I just feel like he could win and we think we won the bet. And then they're like, no, Umar, they're like 50-45 Umar. Like,
yeah.
Do you know where you are? It's 50-45. So I completely understand and like the Sandhagen side. I would just rather wait. I mean, you're going to get a better price on him, I think.
Yeah.
Like, JP says he got 2 at plus 250. I think that's, absolutely solid. That's the way to play this. Like, and Umar decisions like plus 110. Like, I'm never betting that. Like, that's what a horrible play. If you're gonna do any like fucking fuckery here, and you wanted to do Umar around 1 sub, so I think it's like 8-1. I can see it. Like if he takes Sandhagen down like 10 seconds and like he's like, yep, like and he blitzes him. But that's very, very. Oh no! Now you're telling me to bet under. Come on, man! I don't want to bet under now. Don't do this. Right? Well, I gotta bet the round 1 sub. What are you doing to me?
Well, that fight has to be Alvarez Brenner, right? If you don't know, now you know.
I mean, the official prediction is Umar by like horrendously boring decision, but 1,000,000% of the betting value, all the betting value is Sandhagen here. I get to your point, and DFS is a whole different world here. Like you almost playing Sandhagen in DFS is maybe in cash if you just need to get like a low, like just to fill your lineup and get a low number in there.
Right. I don't mind him.
Like 25 points in a loss, tops in a 5. Like, but he's not gonna get 1. Hopefully.
Right. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah. If you're done, that's it. We did it, Lou. All 13 fights from UFC Abu Dhabi. I can't do the fucking
where by the way, where Nurmal is being held captive.
That's true. I saw that tweet
earlier. Nurmal, the cutest cat in the world. Nurmal.
Well, yeah,
thank you all you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys. I don't have anything else going on this week. Lou, you got anything going?
No.
There we go.
But that being said, this is the calm before the storm. Because
that's true.
Monk, 1 week from right now, do you know what we will be talking about?
Oh, what's
Johnny Parsons.
The slugger knot.
Johnny Parsons. Just so you know, spoiler alert. I'm picking Johnny Parsons by America next week against Kinoshita.
There we go.
And
love it.
And in 2 months, you know what we're going to be talking about? Kevin Holland versus Chris Curtis.
Oh, yeah.
And guys, I'm letting you know, if I survive the Raul Rosas, Richie Lang breakdown, if I survive that and don't get tossed off of YouTube, I'm most assuredly not surviving the Kevin Holland. Like, that would be my last show ever. There's zero chance I'm escaping those fights unscathed without getting like censored or arrested, or I'm done, dude. Thank you, Lisa Ann. Smash that like. And you know, and speaking of smash, you look radiant still.
That's true.
Radiant. I'd smash. Send me location.
Would. There you go.
Yeah, would.
Send me location. All right, Lou, that's it. We did it. Another one in the books. We'll see you guys next week. And as usual, we want all of you to enjoy the fight. So enjoy, and we will see you in the next one.